Hey everyone, Zodok635 here, and today I'm going to show you my last two sidestepping animatronics. As I've said, I have around 4 now of these sidesteppers, but only 3 of these are dancing ones. This is the hippo that I showed earlier on the channel that only moves from side to side. And then we have the dog that I've shown earlier as well, which came in the lot with this one. I bought like a few animatronics from a lady in the fair in my school, and these two came together. And this one I got it in the drugstore where I said that I bought the long neck duck and that one spinning frog that I showed before. This is like one of the last ones they had. So this is Mascorema as well. Can't remember the day I got it. It must have, yeah, I'm pretty sure it was the day when I got the other one. And it sings Chili Cha-Cha, and this one is supposed to sing Don't Push Me, but the chip was dead, the sound was fried, and I never got to fix it, because the sound was definitely fried. So, I just left it like that, and later on I got a little giraffe that was supposed to swing its neck, but the mechanism was broken as fuck, and it was not a mechanism like the standard ones. It was really frustrating because there was a piece of flexible plastic that would pretty much give mobility to the neck. Nothing was broken and there was no way to fix it. So I ended up just scrapping that one for parts, and the chip went to this one. And it's a really lame chip. You guys are gonna hear it. It's lame as fuck. But it's the one that, the only thing I have. I don't really have that many chips to put in animatronics and to choose on them. Anyways, these two are the ones that will be reviewed today. This is by far my fastest sidestepper for now. And this is, of course, one that came with this one. So these are both Woody toys. As I said, the quality does change a lot, and I have no idea why. This one has the Squeeze Me tag. They both have almost the exact same tag, but this one has a press on-off instead. I really don't know what the hell that was, that's supposed to be. Anyways, as I said, this is Woody toys, and the motor only goes one direction, so it will always move like this. And this one is fine, it's fast, and it's made, as I said before, by Mascorema. Has the exact same story and the exact same thing that the other ones had. And yeah, I guess that's practically it. So we'll start with the lamest one, so we leave the best one to the end. As I said, that was lame enough. That was fucking lame, as I said before. I kind of regret putting that chip into it, but there's no other choice. And of course, then we have the frog. The frog is like the best. So, here we go. The best one. And now a duo for the hell of it. Now, one thing I'll go ahead and say is that... There we go. One thing I'll say is that these have a really cool mechanism. I'll say that, and it's probably one of the only mechanisms that I know that have a gear that moves back and forth, and it can actually run both directions. Because you guys are going to be like, what the fuck are you guys talking about? Or, well, what am I talking about? In these, as you guys have noticed, the motor runs one direction, and yes, it does, and yet it does both actions, which is sidestepping to one side and dancing. It's because it has this one gear that usually makes the robots of all kinds, and dogs, walking dogs and a few others that also have a constant running motor. They make them walk and spin, or walk and turn, or walk and open the chest door, or walk and raise the arm up. There's many, many, many variations of this. Same with the dogs. It makes them bark, it makes them walk and go backward while barking, makes them. But don't get me wrong, the flipping ones don't have that. The flipping ones just have a solid piece that spins. It spins and it just synchronizes everything. But these have that. But the thing about these, that it's really, really, really catchy. Like, what catches me is that you can actually run these both directions. As you guys saw, they go both directions. The motor goes both sides, both polarities, and the gear doesn't break. It's because the gear on these things, let me go ahead and show for the hell of it. So I don't have that specific gear, but I know how the principle of functionality is. And if I had, I'm pretty sure that I should have around here a few gears that have that exact same thing. At least I could show it. There we go. Okay, ignore that this one has double slots, because usually that's not how they are. But you guys can see that this one has a side that pretty much, this is the side where, this basically spins this direction. Both gears spin the exact same direction thanks to one single gear, like a 10-tooth, like an 8-tooth, that is longer than usual, and makes it, makes both spin. But here's the thing. One of these two, which is probably the bottom one, has has one less tooth. What does this mean? That this one goes slightly faster. So while these spin, and it seems like they're spinning at the same pace, they are not. And what happens is this one slowly goes up like this and touches the solid part, it basically hits the slot right there, and it makes the gear go up, and there's usually a spring retracting it, because of course, this is going to keep on, oh shit. Blowing my hand for that. This is gonna, of course, keep on turning and turning, slowly. And at one point, it's gonna encounter this, and that's why it has the other thing that makes it drop. The sharp, the straight side, as I call it. In these animatronics, however, they don't have this like that. They have the exact same system, but instead of having one side that is at 90 degrees and the other side that has an inclination, and excuse the fucking vibrating arm that I have. Instead of having one side like this that has an angle, that is like, it's not, it's not, how's it called? It's not 90 degrees straight. It's actually, it's what's this shit called? Basically, it's forming an angle. That's what I mean. It's forming an angle. In these, they have this, but without the 90 degrees side, meaning that it's going to be, both sides are going to be like this one. That's pretty much what makes these have the ability to turn from one side to the other, to like have one polarity and the other polarity, and the thing's not going to jam up. Because in these robots, in any kind of robot or any kind of these toys that have this specific gear and it has a straight side, if you make it turn the opposite direction, everything's going to turn, behind. And as I said before, the fastest gear is the one at the bottom. So what's going to probably happen is this is going to hit here, and as the bottom gear is going to keep on trying and trying, it's just going to start grinding. Yeah? And that's going to wear out the gear whole, probably, because it's going to, it's going to be doing an effort to actually move, but, and that usually does repair things. When two gears are doing a certain effort, it usually repairs both shafts, and that's what usually does make, some holes to get bigger, and that's when the things start grinding badly. But as I said, in this case, it's not like that. They have a triangle that is, it doesn't have a straight part. Anyways, I hope that's practically it for now. I'll do more reviews soon, and I hope you guys enjoyed, so thank you for watching, and once again, here we go. Thanks for watching, and bye.